If you have a large family, then one certainty is that you will be looking to get a vehicle that can offer you as much room as possible, and none do it better than three-row SUVs. In today's video, we have compiled 10 of the best affordable three-row SUVs that you may consider adding to your shopping list for the new year, along with a summary of everything you will need to know about them. Mitsubishi Outlander. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander offers the lowest cost of any of the SUVs on our list today. Performance and the driving experience are decent on the Outlander, with its 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine that produces 181 horsepower. Once you step into the car, you are in for an experience that you might feel like you did not pay enough for. The materials in the cabin of the Outlander are brilliantly crafted with quality materials. Still, the biggest caveat with this SUV lies in its interior. If you are carrying a lot of adults, then you may have a challenge here, considering that it has very little legroom. It may not be the best for long trips unless you're carrying children. There is a wide range of variant offerings for the 2023 Outlander, whether you want it fully gas or hybrid, and the cost ranges from around $30,000 to as much as $52,000. Honda Pilot. This one is definitely one of the most popular SUVs in its category, and for a good reason. The Pilot has always offered amazing features to drivers in need of a three-row SUV, and for the 2023 model, Honda is taking it up a notch. The 2023 Pilot is getting a complete design overhaul inside and out, from the design getting a review to look more rugged and off-road to some amazing performance features. The SUV will be powered by a 3.5-liter V6 engine that generates 285 horsepower, coupled with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and have the option of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Some variants of the 2023 Pilot come with a pretty epic cabin experience, like a panoramic sunroof and a 12-speaker Bose system on the Touring and Elite variants. All this greatness is estimated to start at around $40,000 and go as high as $52,000. Kia Telluride. The Telluride is yet another popular three-row SUV model that continues to hook customers with just how much value it offers for its price. If you are in the market for an SUV that feels like it offers more value than you will pay for, the Telluride is a firm contender. With the 2023 Telluride, you get everything from a smooth drive to a sufficiently quiet and luxurious cabin and enhanced handling, among many other things. The 2023 Telluride is powered by a V6 engine that puts out a whopping 291 horsepower, which is quite an amazing fit to pull off at this price range. On the inside, it is very spacious and well designed to keep you as comfortable as possible through drives of any length. The 2023 Kia Telluride also has a broad range of options ranging from as low as $37,000 to as high as $52,000, with some of the best stuff sitting within the range. Mazda CX-9. The 2023 Mazda CX-9 is an SUV that's designed for a very specific target consumer. For drivers who are moving very responsive cars and now need a little more space, the CX-9 will make a great partner. The CX-9 is popularly known as very driver-centric SUV that tries its best to keep the driving experience as sharp and satisfying as possible, especially when compared to other SUVs in its category. Mazda already has a reputation for its driving experience, and this is well implemented on the CX-9, despite its being a bigger vehicle. Instead of the customary V6, this one gets a turbocharged four-cylinder engine that sounds as bold as it drives, going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 7 seconds. With most of the attention paid to how this SUV drives, it does lose some points in space. The Mazda CX-9 doesn't offer as much space for passengers and cargo as most of the other vehicles on this list. The CX-9 is available in 5 trim levels, with prices ranging between $40,000 and $50,000. Buick Enclave. This is an SUV that veers a little towards the direction of something a little more premium for SUV drivers. It doesn't feel or cost anything like the very luxurious brands and models in its category. The Enclave offers a very comfortable driving experience, getting power from a 3.6-liter V6 engine that produces 310 horsepower. What most drivers will enjoy about the Enclave is how it does all it does without disturbing the peace of the premium cabin. Aside from how it feels to drive, Buick also paid attention to how it feels to be inside the Enclave. There is just enough space inside the SUV in relation to its size, and there are a ton of comfort-centered features that you will have fun testing out. The 2023 Enclave starts at around $47,000 and goes as high as $59,000 on the 3 trim options that it offers. Hyundai Palisade. Let's now take a few steps back to a more value-driven 3-row SUV, the Hyundai Palisade. For drivers who had issues with the design language of the former Palisades, Hyundai has done a redesign of the style. The brand has gone for something more rugged and square, and it is pretty good looking. The Palisade runs on a 3.8-liter V6 engine that puts out 291 horsepower. Users who have had their hands on the 2023 Palisade have testified that the acceleration is great for a car of this size. So, if you want a car that can give you all the space you need and still be promptly responsive to your foot on the pedal, the Palisade should be a good option. The 2023 Hyundai Palisade starts at around $37,000 and climbs through various trims to as high as $51,500. Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer is another SUV that needs no introduction, apart from the fact that it starts at a pretty budget-friendly price. Compared to the other 3-row SUVs on this list, there is the issue of space. The Explorer isn't nearly as big as some of the other SUVs on our list today, thereby not offering as much space. Like with the CX-9 and the Outlander, you may have issues fitting adults in the 3rd row of the Ford Explorer. As for the performance, one thing most users will enjoy about Explorer is just how many options it offers. If you decide to go for the top end, you will be getting a twin-turbo V6 engine that puts out a whopping 400 horsepower. As you would expect, the Ford Explorer will handle and accelerate like a beast. The base trim level starts at around $37,000 and goes all the way up to $55,000. Volkswagen Atlas. Now, here is one for those who do not want the massive SUVs but still hope to get enough space in their 3rd row for adults. The roomy 3rd row of the 2023 Volkswagen Atlas is one of the biggest selling points, but there is more to it. The Atlas also comes with 2 powertrain options. If you want the most power on this SUV, you would have to go for the V6 engine that puts out 276 horsepower. But if you do not mind a little less power for a lower cost, then you can easily go for the turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that still does a decent 235 horsepower. Cost is also at a reachable level, with the Atlas starting at around $37,000 and going as high as $54,000. Toyota Highlander. Of all the SUVs that we have on today's list, this one has the most trim options for drivers to choose from, which makes it a pretty proficient competitor. Options aside, this is a very capable 3-row SUV that boasts a ton of features as standard and a couple of other user-specific features that will help you decide what trim would be best for you. On paper, you are getting an impressive 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 265 horsepower, The 2023 Toyota Highlander handles like a big vehicle and will be stable enough for your large family's transportation. As for the cost of this SUV, it ranges from $38,000 at the lower end to $52,000 at the higher one. Chevrolet Traverse. The last, but most certainly not the least on our list of three-row SUVs is the 2023 Chevrolet Traverse. The Traverse is another fantastic option for drivers who do not want to drive an SUV that's too big but would still like a decent space on the inside for passengers and cargo. The Traverse is a roomy three-row SUV that doesn't fail to look good and feels good on the drive as well. The Traverse also offers sporty acceleration from its 310 horsepower V6 engine, and the icing on this amazing performance cake is that the Traverse does all this and still manages to keep the cabin peaceful and tranquil. Across the 5 trim options that the Traverse offers, the base trim starts at around $36,000, while at the top trim of the tower, you will be spending around $54,000. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.